Tolerance is the ability or willingness to tolerate something. It can be defined as being able to deal with or accept opinions of others, even if you might find it unpleasant or not aligned in your values. I've been thinking about this a lot in all aspects of my life, thinking about how other people have different ideas of how to progress in life. In the gym, I think of tolerance as learning how to endure pain, learning how to push past being uncomfortable. And I think tolerance needs to be built. Like when you're tolerant of something, you are you're able to endure pain at a certain level. So when you're first beginning to work out, your tolerance of pain in your muscles is very low. But as you gradually work towards running, as you gradually work towards weightlifting, you start building this tolerance to either lift more or run a lot longer, or maybe even run with more intensity. And this word tolerance has me thinking back to when I started training, is that my tolerance has definitely built up over time. And as I continue to move forward, I feel my tolerance just getting bigger and bigger. Like I always have people coming up to me and asking me if my knees hurt because of the amount that I run to train for marathons. And I always have the same answer, is that it it becomes sore, but it doesn't hurt in the way that you think. Like it's not a overnight success that I went from zero to marathon. I built up my running schedule to get to that point. I built up my tolerance in order to be able to run for 4 hours. And when I when I when I think about where my tolerance is now in the gym, I also think about how that translated to my everyday life. Like I feel that this practicing of tolerance in the gym has really made me more mindful to think about what other things am I tolerant, or what other things made me more made me practice my tolerance in my daily life. And I think another thing that made me think about it is practicing patience. I feel that building tolerance in the gym has really increased my skills in terms of being patient. One example I could think about is traffic. I used to be the person that would always get angry that I have to sit through traffic. And as I grew older, as I learned more, uh, as I started driving manual, I started thinking, instead of instead of following so closely to the car in front of me, why don't I just coast my car coast my car at a optimal speed to keep traffic flowing. And I feel that that really increased my skill in terms of patience. And it really made me more mindful of others, and also made my emotional state really a lot better. I felt less frustrated at the situation, and when I when I changed how my mind thought, it made me more at ease. I didn't feel as frustrated. I didn't feel as annoyed. And it really put me in a much better mood. And I think that's something that I always translate between working out and personal life. This week I was able to get 2 track workouts, one on Monday and one on Tuesday. And the purpose of this track run was to really see what could be my potential fastest time. So I ended up doing 5 miles at an almost 8-minute per mile pace. And I would say that it was maybe at a 85% in terms of like total energy capacity, which I think maybe max would be like 7:30, 7:45 if I really wanted to push the pace there. I just really wanted to see how much faster I could really run. And I think the next step would be how much miles I can run at that 8-minute pace. I think that could be really beneficial for my explosiveness for running longer distances. And it's crazy that the BPM is actually not too far off from my slower paces. The only thing is that the faster runs, I tend to feel more exhausted at the end of the day. But during the run, I don't feel as tired when I'm running a jogging pace compared to the faster pace. It's only after the run where I have consequences. That's it for this week, and I'll catch you in the next one.